In 1616, after Shakespeare passed away, his fellow players, members of his cast, got together to produce an authoritative final version of his plays. Up till this time, individual plays had been produced in what's known as the quartos, many of which had bad or corrupted versions of his works. They wanted to have one volume that would encompass his entire corpus, his entire collection of writings, and this is it, Shakespeare's first folio, one of the true monuments of English literature. There are only about 2 copies known in the Southern Hemisphere, and this is one of them, a great rarity and a great treasure of the National Library of South Africa. Famously, the portrait of Shakespeare, which is very, very well known, was produced for this volume by Martin Drissault. But, as the introduction written by his friend and collaborator Ben Jonson says, look not on his picture, but on his book. In other words, look at the text contained in here. This is the first edition of many of Shakespeare's plays, including Julius Caesar, which is here. I mentioned Julius Caesar because another important first edition that is on this exhibition is the first edition of Solomon T. Plaatje's translation of Julius Caesar into Setswana. And I think it's interesting to see these 2 books in relation to each other. The original, extremely valuable, this little slim volume, which really represents how South Africans adapted to Shakespeare and talked about Shakespeare. It's interesting to see that Shakespeare was also one of the things that was read in to great degree on Robben Island. And by combining these different items on the exhibition, we hope to tell a story of Shakespeare, which is not just about a dry, dusty playwright, but about an author whose living works still resonate with us today.